Welcome to episode 3, Journey to the US Open. So this morning, Ty and I had a really cool conversation about trust. And the last couple sessions have been leaning towards and trending towards trusting more. And what am I trusting? For me, I'm trusting my comfort and my feels. I'm moving up the bag and I've already done some warm up with the shorter clubs. So now I'm into 6-iron. So we're gonna go like 6-iron, 4-iron, maybe the hybrids, 3-wood, driver. And I'm basing the whole session off of what do I feel? I am setting up to a target or parameters, a right and a left side, and I'll be hitting in between. So it's all gonna go off of how I feel and how I can trust my comfort to what I'm trying to intend to do with my golf shot. Got a 6-iron. I've got a target that is 182 yards. Already going through and it's been a couple of weeks since I started my road back. My body's starting to feel good. I have gotten a few good rounds of golf under my belt with my students, and I'm shooting anywhere from 1 to 3 under, just playing 9 holes. My body's starting to feel good again, and it's starting to find rhythm. So as I get into my shot and I look at my target, I've got 6-iron, and I'm setting up my club face, and as I'm looking at the target, I'm allowing my body to find its spot, its comfort spot, and I trust it. Even though it might be slightly off, I'm comfortable to it, to what my body feels right now. So when I find that comfort, that's when I go. Just like we did short game, I'm basing my sessions now off of comfort, no technical. I don't have to go through my technical checklist of where my path is, what I feel. I'm strictly, with about a month to go, I'm strictly going through my training sessions as comfortable driven. And I'm trusting it. I'm trusting even if I hit a shot, but it's still good. I know that my matchups are close enough to where I can go play golf with it. So again, I'll set up my club face to my target. My feet will go next. And if my feet are like this, it's uncomfortable. I can sense it if they're too open. If I'm too close or too far away from the ball, I sense it. I'm not comfortable. So when I finally get that last spot and I'm comfortable, I go. So I'm trusting that process. I'm trusting that I know when I'm comfortable, I'm in the right spot at the right time. I don't have to think. So while you guys practice at home, it's shifting from being in this little technical box of trying to get wrist conditions or whatever it is, to shifting to external, which is purely response driven to target, and allowing comfort to be the guide for you, and trusting that when you find that comfort, it's time to go. There's no more, there's nothing else to do. So I switched to 4-iron. I play the TaylorMade P7 MCs with rifle 6.5. Standard length, my lie angle is 2 degrees flat. Now I'm 6'2", and over the years, and this is just a little history on my golf swing, I went from 4 degrees upright close to 20 years ago. Working on my swing over the years, I'm now 2 degrees flat. So the way I come into the ball is entirely different than what I used to do. I used to really early extend and throw the club face, but I knew what it did, I knew where it was. It wasn't great ball striking, but I knew where my ball was going most of the time. So I switched to 4-iron, and here at Journey at Pechanga, the back range, this grass is like so perfect, it's really tight. With 4-iron for me, I have to find a pretty desirable lie, otherwise I'll be hitting it thin most of the day. So again, I've got a target out there that's 215 yards, and I'm getting comfortable with my setup and looking at my target. Again, I'm all target driven, so I'm at my target. Again, ball position, my weight, everything is going, trusting my comfort. And I go. And I'm just looking for trends, feeling how my body feels, trusting my setup. If when I go through a few shots, I will get my aiming stick. I'll put it down just to check reference on where I'm at. If I feel like I'm set up closed, then I want to know, but it's going to be off of comfort. And if I'm feeling uncomfortable, I see my ball doing weird things inconsistently, then I have to check something. And I'll usually check my setup first, but right now I checked a little bit ago and it's all where it should be, so I can keep going. 17-degree hybrid. So I carry a 23 degree, a 17 degree, and then it's like a 14-degree 3-wood. And it's the hazardous smoke, 6.5 low spin, 90 gram. So again, looking at a target, I got a target out there that's 230. I'm letting my body set up comfortably, and I go. Ooh, So when I get to the hybrids and the 3-wood, I'll have a tendency of over swinging. So when I get to the top end of the bag, I'm looking for the right rhythm of the swing where I'm not over swinging too soon. I want to go fast at the bottom, but I don't want to go too fast too soon. It's like the rest of my golf swings, because I'll end up throwing from the top and I'll overextend early, trying to get more out of the club than I need, and again, get my body in shape. My body may not give up the speed yet for the longer clubs, so I'm just finding that cadence and finding that rhythm with the longer clubs in the bag. Moving on to 3-wood. Where I'll start with 3-wood is on a small tee, just getting some confidence. Then I'll move it down to the turf, and I'll still find a decently desirable lie. It gives me a little bit of a cushion. Finding good rhythm and path with the longer clubs is important. And sometimes if my body's not ready to go, I end up early extending, trying to throw loft because I do have a strong grip. I'll try to throw loft in the club and try to help it, and makes me throw up in my mouth. So I just stay patient, find the rhythm, and I'll get there. I just have to stay true to what I feel, and I know it's right, and not get ahead of myself and start trying to create something that's not there yet. Got the big boy out. Sim 2, 9 degree. It's set at standard loft, so it's a true 9 degree. Hazardous smoke, 6.5. Low spin, 60 gram. So again, I'll look out and I'll see what I want my ball to do. Everything's been going a little bit left to right, which I like with the longer clubs. So I'll find something out there. Far into the range is like 330, so I'm not gonna be hitting it down there. So I'm wide open. So my eye catches a target that I'm gonna set up to. And again, allowing my body to find its comfort and trusting that it's correct, then I go. So already from 2 weeks ago, everything already feels better because I've been putting time in, playing some golf, and the golf that I've been playing, played at Pelican Hill, played at Oak Creek, the golf club at Rancho California here in Marietta, Tustin Ranch. Driving's been good, wedges have been good, putting's been good. I haven't missed a lot of greens, so I haven't seen much of my short game. And all the scores have been, I'll make 3 or 4 birdies per 9 holes, maybe throw a bogey in there. And the game's been feeling pretty good. And it's just finding rhythm with my swing, finding rhythm with playing. And everything's trending the way I feel comfortable with for a month from now when I go compete. About 10 years ago, I was on the range at golf club at Rancho California, and I was just practicing, and I was hitting to a target, and a good friend of mine, Mike, was a sharpshooter for the Riverside County Sheriff Department, and he did training. And he came and he said, "Hey Eric, do you mind if I sit and watch?" I go, "Not at all." I had headphones on, and he sat in a chair and he timed me. I didn't know he was doing it, so he timed me, and all I was doing for probably 10 to 12 minutes was hitting 8 irons at a target. And when I got done, and he said, "I hit start at the exact same time and stop at the exact same time, and I was pulling the trigger between 6 and 7 seconds every single time." And it was within about 3/4 of a second that I went from when he started it to strike. He's like, "I've never seen anything like it." The cadence that I had, I didn't know I was doing it. So I would just sit and I'd look at my target, I'd get set up, and I would go. And I'd watch, club would drop, I'd come back, I'd kick, I'd set up a ball, I'd kick again, I look at my target, I set my club, take my grip, comfort in the stance, and go. I'd watch, I'd come back, I'd kick, I'd set. I don't even know I'm doing it. So people ask me if I have a routine, and I say no. They look at me like, "Well, everybody's got a routine." I said, I don't have one, but I do the same thing every time. Over the years, I built a routine and I structured it, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, there were maybe 5 things. So the importance of it is that my mind stayed organized every single shot. So there wasn't 4 things, there wasn't 6, there was 5. It can be whatever 5 they are. So now that I've been doing it so long, I don't count, I just do it the same every time. So yes, I have a routine. I don't know that I do it, but I have one. So what I look for when I practice now is the cadence that I have in what I do with the shots that I'm hitting, like I did the short game session last week. So I just pick targets. I pick a club, pick a target, and I go. I let comfort guide me, and I'm responding to targets, letting my body get adjusted to how the club feels, shots I want to hit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session, and we'll see you next time.